Yo, what is up, everybody? Fresco back again. Another chapter from the story Friend, written by Skeleton Girl 95. Remember to use the links in the description below. Show love to the author. Like, comment, and subscribe. Chapter 2. She couldn't go back to sleep after her encounter with Friend. Every time she closed her eyes, his twisted expression would appear. The next morning, when her husband woke up, he noticed something was off with her. "You okay, honey?" He could hear the worry in his voice. She gave him a small smile. "Yes, I'm fine, just didn't sleep well." She didn't know if it would be a good idea to mention Friend to him or not, but she figured it would be best till she found out more herself. It was Monday morning, so she had to drop her oldest two children to school. Then it was off to the store for some shopping. Once they were at the store, she decided to try and ask Mimi some more about Friend. She just hopes he wouldn't do anything in the store. He doesn't want people to know about him, so he shouldn't. But there's no telling what he'd do when they were alone. As she pushed Mimi in the cart, she walked down a crowded aisle. She just hopes this works. She looks down at her daughter, before putting on a smile. "So Mimi, does a Friend go everywhere with you?" "No, Mommy. Friend can't leave the house. Well, he can go in the yard, but that's it." So Friend wasn't with him now, she thought. "So, Mimi, how did you meet Friend?" Mimi was still very how did you meet Friend? That her imaginary friend is something else entirely. She watched as Mimi thought about it for a moment before she shrugged her shoulders at the question. "I don't know. One night he was just there at the end of my bed, and he told me he was my friend now." The mother thought for a moment before deciding he'd push for a little more information. What does Friend look like, Mimi?" The image from last night popping into her head. Is that truly what Friend looks like? She doesn't know how Mimi could handle it. Mimi held up her doll, running her fingers through its black hair. "He has long black hair like Polly does. His eyes are all black and his nails are very long and sharp. He told me not to touch them or I could get cut." That sounds kind of scary, Mimi. "Yeah, I was scared at first, but he told me he looks like that to keep the bad things away." Bad things? There's something worse than Friend? Then they grabbed what they all needed and headed out to pay. Once they all had their groceries in the car and Mimi was all buckled up, they headed home. When they got halfway, there she glanced in the mirror at Mimi before speaking to her. Mimi, honey, let's not tell Friend about our little talk, okay?" "But why, Mommy?" Why was a good question. She couldn't tell her daughter that Friend was something bad and that she was scared of him. So the mother came up with a better idea. When they pulled up to the red light, she turned and looked at Mimi. She put on a fake smile. "Because I want him to meet my friend too. But I don't want him to know yet, okay, honey?" "That won't work, Mommy." "Wait, what do you mean won't work?" "Friend doesn't like grown-ups, Mommy. He said they always interfere, whatever that means." Her mother felt her blood run cold at that. She was pulled from her thoughts when the car behind her honked his horn telling her to go. She shook her head and started to move again. Once they made it home, she looked up at the house. Thoughts went through her mind as she watched Mimi run inside, calling for Friend as she did so. If she got in Friend's way, what would he really do to her? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the end of chapter 2.